Good morning, boys. Get excited. Right now, link in the description, enter for your chance to win our giveaway, which you're gonna learn all about in this video. People who enter between now and next Saturday at midnight, so 1 week, gets entered to win the Matco Toolbox if you buy the Pleasure Evo kit. It's only gonna be for the Pleasure Evo kit. Sorry if you can hear the wind, but links in the description. Do not sleep. We are also doing an entry multiplier for today, only today. So tonight at midnight, the entry multiplier. So basically, we're incentivizing you to enter day one because that's easier for us. And now let's get on with the video. OGs will know I'm a Honda boy. And I'm very excited about the content that's about to start, and that's gonna be Honda content. So we were trying to think of how we can incorporate Honda content into our stuff because I wanted to do it. We bought the red Civic, you guys remember? We bought the gray Civic, we bought the Type R, and I was trying to wrap my brain around which one I wanted to do what with, how I wanted to do it. I came up with the perfect solution, and we are going to be giving away the 1995 Honda Civic SI, shown here, with a slight touch of ours. We didn't want to go too crazy with this, but we did want to make it our own and make it special. And the way we decided to make it special is with Matt Mormon's old 26,000 original mile B16 from his 1999 or 99 to 01, I don't know what year it is, EM1 Civic. So we sourced this down in Florida. Someone bought it. The winner who won Matt's car didn't want it, didn't want to deal with it. Matt kept it, gave it to somebody. We sourced it, we got it, and now it is going in our SI. And our whole theme for this car was like OEM Plus, which you'll notice a lot of our merch for this giveaway is OEM Plus themed. We built this merch when we built the GTST. We didn't do any merch this year, so we kind of saved these designs, and I think they apply perfectly to the Civic because we're going OEM Plus. On top of the B16, we've been sourcing OEM Plus parts. So some of you remember we bought the ITR wheels. These are JDM 16-inch Integra Type R wheels. I like these. We will be refinishing them. We bought the 5-lug, which we've been sandblasting and getting ready. We also had Rock Auto hook us up with a ton of OEM parts. Now you're gonna say, those aren't OEM parts, they're from Rock Auto. False. We went through this stuff. This says Centric on it. You take this bearing out, and it says Koyo. I don't know if you can see that. I'll have the filmer try to zoom in, but that is a coil bearing. All this stuff, Moog isn't, but a lot of this stuff, the Centric stuff especially, is OEM, and that's the vibe we were going for. We got as much OEM stuff as we could. Timing belt, water pump. We got an NSX-R titanium shift knob that I'm super stoked on. Some StopTech brake lines, which we had to. We got a Type R key, new in the bag. ARP studs, hubs. We're gonna be powder coating. You're gonna get to watch us restore all this stuff except for these seats. Now these are ITR Recaros. Passenger seat, which is our US driver seat, is in great shape. The US passenger seat's a little rough. You can see some discoloring. We're gonna try to brush them and see what we can do, but honestly, these seats are old. That's the best we can do. And I'm not too upset about it. I want this car to be driven. I want this car to be tracked. I want whoever wins this car to love the OEM-ness of this car. So B16, Type R wheels, Type R 5-lug, Type R brakes. We got brand new Type R calipers. We got Type R axles. We got Type R seats. And we just have a really clean SI. So I'll let the filmer take over from here on the glam shots of the SI. But whoever wins this car, just track the shit out of it. We're trying to build, like we do when we go OEM Plus, a car that if in 1999, somewhere around there, you decided you had a Civic Si from 95 and you wanted to build a race car, you could go to the dealer and get all these parts and have a really fun car. If you know, we spent a lot of money on the Civic Si. We bought this on Bring a Trailer. Pete was the bidder. It was really fun. Went for $18,500 pre-fees. We're $21,000 into this car, and that's probably the most ever paid for an 85,000 original mile Civic Si, but let me show you how clean it is. Actually, I'll let the filmer show you how clean it is. We've done a light dry ice blasting to this, and all the accessories that we are going to be keeping are in great shape. We are going to paint the bay. We are going to try to reproduce the stickers, and we have a short amount of time to do this. Our whole goal today, for me, it's Friday. For you guys, it's Sunday. Our whole goal is to get this car done next week. So keep watching, pay attention for the content. We are going to be doing the giveaway for the next 2 months. So this giveaway ends December 1st. The reason being, we want to do a bunch of events with this. One of the big things we're going to be going to in 2 weeks is a Honda meet at Tail of the Dragon. So if you're a Honda boy and you want to see the SI, our goal is October 17th to be in North Carolina, Tennessee, wherever the fuck it is, Tail of the Dragon with the Civic Si in FES spec mode. And we're not going to go way over the top. We're not painting the entire exterior. We will be painting the rear bumper. We'll be painting the bay, under the hood, and we will be installing all these great parts. So I'm super stoked. I think you guys will be stoked. And like I said, if you're interested in the Macro Toolbox, I keep getting DMs, how do I enter for the Macro Toolbox? We were gonna do it a week before the giveaway, but I thought if people entered, they'd be pissed that the next week they had to buy merch, so we incorporated it into week oneers. If you're a week oneer, you will be entered for the Macro Toolbox only if you purchase the Pleasure Evo pack. We did that because I think the Pleasure Evo's 80s, 90s vibe go with the Macro Toolbox. The other OEM Plus stuff is also banger merch as well, but doesn't enter you for the Macro Toolbox. So 1 week, or week one, Pleasure Evo merch enters you for the Macro Toolbox as well as the Civic Si. And today we have an entry multiplier. We don't know what it is because we're gonna do something fun in the future with a live stream that's gonna decide what today's multiplier is. Trust me, it's gonna be worth it to get in on day one, week one. We are incentivizing the shit out of you to get on day one, week one. The largest entry multiplier will be today until midnight tonight. Don't sleep, boys. Any questions, put in the comments. I will be responding to any questions. I hope you like the style of this build. This is how I would have built the car back in the day when I was a Honda boy. My third vehicle ever was a 1992 Civic CX with a 99 GSR motor with 28,000 miles. And it was a little OEM Plus, a little autocrosser style. I did have Kaiser 13x8-inch autocross wheels with like 225 Kumo V710s. The car gripped up like crazy, but we're gonna do a little bit more street version with the ITR wheels here. And the one thing we haven't decided yet on is suspension. We're thinking of doing a throwback to my old days, doing, what was it, ground control and conies? Yeah. That was a throwback, that's what I had. So we've sourced a set of ground controls. The conies are available, still new. I think the ground controls might be too, but they're back ordered. We did find a very low mileage set, 100 miles. The dude who had the B16 had those. We might run them, we might not, we'll decide, but this will have suspension, all the bushings redone in all the trailing arms and all that fun stuff. All this will be powder coated, and we're gonna do it as quick as you can. What do you think, how long?
Well, it'll be nearly like these, so it should be good.
What do you think? Like, you think we can do it in 3 days?
Yeah.
So the biggest thing is waiting for the paint to dry.
That's like, the paint part is the busiest part of it.
Tomorrow for them, we'll pull the engine out. We'll strip the bay. That's 1 day.
Yeah, easy.
Start sanding maybe that day. The next day, prep, paint, let dry. Wednesday, we'll probably be able to start reassembly.
Yeah. And it's kind of relaxing.
It is.
Because it's like a throwback.
It's just chill.
Because these are so insanely involved to get to this level, and like, not saying that it can't be the same level, it's just not the same level.
It's just, you just don't need to.
You don't need to do it.
It's a lot simpler of a design. So we're gonna kind of shut the shop down while we're doing this. It's gonna be all hands on deck. We're gonna have TJ painting these with the original championship white paint. We have to refinish them, clean up some Mars and some curbage, but that should be really easy. Josh will be working on this, and then we will be doing in-house powder coating. Our first parts will be on this. So this is a 100% in-house Civic Si build that we're giving away to you guys. Enter for your chance to win. Link is in the description. And I think I'm gonna have a lot of fun with this, especially at Tail of the Dragon. We gotta get some gangster tires. Back in the day, I would have ran Falcon Azeni's 215s. Is that what they were? Now they have RT 615Ks. So I had 215Ks, which in the early 2000s, they were like pretty gangster.
Those were the tires.
Those were it. So we'll be doing like some 615s or maybe some Advans, like something cool that screams Japan.
These are sick.
Yeah, I love those seats. I've never felt them in the car. I've always wanted them. Yeah. And they're going to match pretty good because the car is black interior because it's an SI. And I was going to steal that interior. I need you guys to know for my Civic, but I decided not to. So get excited, get stoked, boys. This is going to be the most OEM plus Honda build on all of the internet, I hope. So stay tuned, enter for your chance, links in the description. Don't sleep, and get ready for tomorrow's video. We're going to put a timer on Josh. Josh, what level Honda mechanic are you?
Platinum 2.
Platinum 2. So you're an Olympic gold medalist.
Yeah, like a long time ago.
So he's the Honda boy, and we'll put a timer on him just to make it fun. It's not no rush on you, but I want to see naturally how long it takes you diligently to remove the engine. I think Josh is going to take extra care because I believe he wants this engine for a Civic.
Yep. And it's funny though, right? So like back when I was doing this professionally, I was like, fuck yeah, I reached that point. And then I started getting into like the Skyline world and shit, and it's so much more involved.
Oh yeah.
Like, cause you know, with these, I never worked on these cars really. I did like Odysseys, Pilots, you know, all J series, K series, and then like hybrid shit. It was a lot more in depth in these. When we did get these cars in, it was very nice because it was like, oh shit, it's old school, it's like easy, you know,
analog.
Like, wow, you know.
And then you did a bunch of these like on the side, right? You did side work with.
Yeah, I did tons of swaps, and that was where I got out of the dealership. I moved to a shop. Shout out Jamie, and I worked with him, and we did tons of Honda shit.
So you're the Honda boy.
Yeah.
So Josh will be pulling the engine out. We'll put a timer on him, like I said, just so you guys can benchmark yourself against a Platinum. Like I said, he doesn't have a ton of experience on these, but it's a Honda. He knows them. He knows how to take cars apart.
The first time I did this engine swap, I was 15.
Okay, so that was a long time ago, but you have experience, is what we're getting. So I think that's gonna be cool. Put a timer on him. You guys can benchmark yourselves if you ever do a Honda swap against Josh, and we're just gonna see how clean we can get this with dry ice blasting, with vapor blasting, with owning a paint booth, with having hookups from Rock Auto, and getting OEM stuff. This is just gonna be it, and this is gonna get our feet wet in the Honda game because we want to do the gray hatch. And if you don't know, we're all-wheel drive K swapping the gray hatch. All of the money from this giveaway is going to go to fund that, as well as other projects and cars around the shop, because we still want to keep our shop cars. We don't want to just do customer stuff.
And keep in mind for your benchmark, this car has not been fucked with.
Yeah, that's the coolest part. That's the coolest part. This car has complete AC, complete stock exhaust. Like, it has everything, like air box.
All of this shit has not been fucked with by anyone. Like, every bolt hole is like.
Which is almost, I mean, it's clearly harder. It's like a GTR that has stock intakes and stuff.
But I mean, you know, most of those guys, like when they get a car like this is like its 5th D series because it's been stolen, put back together, stolen. There was like a good build at one point. That car got parted out. Now it's back to stock again. It's hard to really say.
So I think what we'll be doing a lot is like this will instantly come off, go into the Vapor Blaster. Our hardware looks really good. Except like stuff like this, so we'll go to the Vapor Blaster, or we'll replace it with a bolt from somewhere else. But I think we're gonna be able to make this thing super clean.
I love this shit.
The AC looks good. We're gonna try to run AC. We're gonna run AC. We're gonna keep power steering. That's gonna be the hardest part of getting the swap done, is figuring out what pieces, because we've both been out of the Honda game a long time. But we have some help from some OGs. So I'm gonna say it again. If you haven't entered for your chance to win the Civic Si and the Mako tool cart, link is in the description. I don't know where this is open to, the United States and Canada. The Mako tool cart is gonna be tough. I'd like to open that up to the world. I just don't know, so I can't speak on it yet, but we will see. We will try. We'll try to do something for the rest of the worlders, but with COVID and shipping, it's kind of a nightmare. Also, this is a mild pre-order. Now, don't get confused. We've put in an order. Our merch company is the only merch company that has black t-shirts in stock. They're on a national back order. Our guy assured us he will be able to ship it to get us shirts. We are doing in-house shipping, so day oneers are gonna have the best chance of getting their stuff the quickest, because day one's always the largest. We will put in an order for plus 20%, and then from there, we should get the stuff in 2 weeks. From that point, it'll take a week to get to you. So if you order day one today, you'll get your stuff within 3 weeks. So besides that, get excited, get stoked, and as usual, patrons get first dibs on this. It started for you guys yesterday at noon. Thanks for being a patron, and we'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye.